President Donald Trump took a secret flight after an assassination threat from Iran. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Tuesday, August 11th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Our first story today is a Post exclusive. When President Trump left a NATO summit in Turkey last month, the White House said he was aboard Air Force One. But in reality, his departure included an elaborate ruse that concealed his travel. Trump boarded his usual jet in view of TV cameras, but then was secretly shuttled to a smaller Air Force plane via an airport catering truck. The covert mission was carried out unbeknownst to journalists and some White House staff members who believed they were on the same plane as the president. They were actually on board the decoy. The maneuver meant that Trump's true location was concealed from the American public and many senior U.S. officials for hours. That's highly unusual. The operation occurred one night after U.S. forces renewed military strikes on Iran at Trump's direction. A U.S. official said the plan was set in motion due to a credible threat to Trump involving Iran. President Trump demanded major changes to childhood vaccine recommendations. That's number 2. Yesterday, Trump made his most significant attempt yet to reshape how Americans vaccinate their children. In an executive order, he called for cutting the number of recommended childhood vaccines. He also said those shots should be spaced out and made other changes that would upend decades of federal guidance. Speaking in the Oval Office, the president reiterated claims about vaccines that have been debunked by scientists, including that they have led to a rise in autism cases. Trump also mused on the current number of childhood vaccines and said reducing their frequency was, quote, common sense.
Large amounts of vaccine, large amounts of vats of vaccine are currently pumped into your child's body, and we're doing 20% of that at each visit, and we'll let time elapse between visits so the body can handle this massive amount of fluid being pumped in.
In reality, the volume in most vaccines is about half a cc, roughly 1/10 of a teaspoon of liquid. That's according to Andrew Racine, president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. The president's plan was immediately criticized by scientists, physicians, Democrats, and some congressional Republicans. They said the order was dangerous and warned that it could lead to fewer children receiving vaccines against preventable diseases. Number 3. 2 Republican senators released a trove of texts from Anthony Fauci's phone. Senators Ron Johnson and Rand Paul are leading panels investigating Fauci. They have accused the longtime infectious disease scientist of not being sufficiently truthful in past testimony about the pandemic. Fauci has denied that. Yesterday, the senators attempted to apply more pressure to Fauci by releasing texts from a copy of Fauci's old iPhone. They include a discussion with health officials from January 2021 about whether the COVID vaccine posed a risk for pregnant people. But health officials have said such past exchanges reflect the revolving nature of the science and debate at the time. The CDC states that with more than 1 million pregnant women vaccinated globally, studies have not shown increased risk for complications like miscarriage or preterm delivery. You can find more key messages from Fauci's phone in today's 7 newsletter. Number 4. A powerful earthquake killed at least 150 people in Colombia. Those are the sounds of people running as a building collapsed in the city of Pereira yesterday. A 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Colombia's Pacific coast shortly after 7:30 a.m. This was the strongest earthquake to hit the country in a decade. Colombia's new president, Abelardo de la Espriella, told reporters that dozens of buildings had collapsed. Many schools, health centers, and airports have been closed or damaged, and cell service is down in some places. Rescue workers are searching for survivors in the rubble of fallen buildings. The earthquake was also felt as far away as Ecuador, Panama, and Venezuela, where back-to-back earthquakes in June killed thousands of people. The year's best meteor shower peaks this week, coinciding with a solar eclipse. That's our fifth story. If you are not in eastern Greenland, western Iceland, or Spain, I'm sorry to say you won't be seeing a total solar eclipse tomorrow. But that doesn't mean we can't delight in the great celestial dance from afar. Something you may get to see wherever you are is the Perseid meteor shower. That stunning display will be most active between today and Thursday. More than 75 meteors per hour may be visible. That's a lot of opportunities to make a wish. Simply find a clear, dark location, and your best chances to see them will be around midnight. The meteor shower will peak tomorrow night, the same time as the eclipse. So some lucky Greenlanders, Icelanders, and Spaniards may get to see meteors at the very moment the moon blocks the sun. Number 6. According to a new study, dogs can tell when you're happy, sad, or frustrated. Researchers put dogs into MRI scanners to analyze their brain activity. They wanted to find out how their minds responded to the emotions on the faces of their humans. The canines were awake and unrestrained for the procedure, which is pretty impressive. The results are fascinating. A happy human face elicited a stronger response in the part of the dog's brains associated with rewards than a blank expression did. Further scans showed that dogs were making distinctions between nuanced negative emotions, such as fear and anger, or fear and sadness. One of the study's co-authors told the Post that as far as they know, this is the first proof that dogs can distinguish between two human faces showing similar emotions. So be sure to smile at any dogs you come across today. And at number 7, for some students, the college experience now includes laundry and maid service. If you can make it through this story without saying, "Back in my day," you're a stronger person than me. In the past decade, personal service providers to college students have exploded in popularity. They offer laundry, cleaning, moving, meal prep, and more, targeting elite schools and the anxious parents who pay for them. The companies are leaning on influencers for marketing. Here's Meadow Manfredini, who posted this TikTok last year while studying at FSU.
This week, I'm feeling extra grateful for my collaboration with the maids. They have been a true lifesaver for my roommates and I here in college. They are able to accommodate to all of our busy schedules and also have different packages for what your house or home needs.
These are not cheap services. Wealthy families will fork over thousands of dollars to save their child a few extra hours each week. Hopefully they spend that time studying, but who's to say? Parents are also buying the reassurance that their newly adult children will not descend into a lifestyle of filth and disarray. Now, back in my day, we simply descended into a lifestyle of filth and disarray. Or, for the most part, learned how to look after ourselves. That spirit lives on in other college students, of course. If you don't have thousands to spare, you have no choice but to wash your own underwear. All right, you're all caught up. It's not too late to take advantage of our summer sale on premium subscriptions to The Washington Post. Right now, you can get one for just $3 every 4 weeks. Only premium subscribers get 3 extra accounts to share with friends and family, and perhaps a college student in your life. You can also get special discounts and experiences from our partners. After your first year, it renews at $19 every 4 weeks. You can cancel anytime. Go to WashingtonPost.com/subscribe and get premium access to The Washington Post today. That's WashingtonPost.com/subscribe. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.